Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Let's Replay Penny Larceny Gig Economy Supervillain. This is actually will be my third playthrough the game. If you're looking for my very first blind reaction to the game, I'll have the links down below. The reason why I'm playing through this game multiple times because it has a lot of replay value. There's a lot of content that you don't really get to see unless you've played through it at least 3 times from my experience. I feel like I need to play it through possibly a 4th time, maybe, to really see most of everything. But I have done 2 romance paths. Out of the 3, I'm going to do the 3rd one. I believe there's also a 4th, which is why I was saying I might have to play this at least a 4th time. And this time around, I think I'm going to play I think I'm going to go evil in this one. I really want to go an evil route, or as sadistic and evil as I can be in this game. I think there's definitely a limit to how evil, villainous you can be. But I'm going to try to embrace it as much as possible and see if I can still pursue a romance with the 3rd person that I have yet to romance. As before, with my previous Let's Replays, I'm going to skip past the content that I've already done and seen, because if you've been following my Let's Plays, you would have, especially my blind playthrough, you would have seen it already. But I'm only going to include the new stuff, the new bits for this 3rd playthrough. So let's go ahead and start once again. And I think here we are. It's probably going to show the 2 paths. So we've gotten, yeah. So there's actually 5, it looks like. 2 disasters, but 3 more possibilities. 5 possibilities. Okay, well, we'll see how this goes. Work for all the villains, discover their truths. We'll take a look. We'll see. Alright. I think we can skip everything. You've seen the potential of Destiny several times so far, haven't you? You're exploring the roads I can't see. I'm sure there's more out there to explore. I wonder where we'll go next. Okay. Alright, let's skip. I'm gonna say... Nah, I'm not gonna skip because there's still other things I could be doing, I think. So yeah, don't skip the tutorial. At least get to the new bits. Hey, psst, wake up! I'm just gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna troll, snore. Okay, that's enough. You gotta wake up. Say nothing, snore. Okay, that's enough. You gotta wake up. Huh? It's okay, I know you had a long night. You need to focus, important. I think there's free coffee if that'd help. No way. That's a trap. They lure you in with freebies and chastise you for being too liberal with company resources. Trust me, I know how these boring old corporate jerks operate. Boring, boring. This whole office is boring. Corporate monotony is a one-way ticket to the uncool zone. I know it sucks, but we've got to go through this. She'd be proud if you're doing what needs to be done. Corporate monotony is a one-way ticket to the uncool zone. I know, right? This better not hit my rep as the most awesome person in my generation. Okay. Can I pick a different Seymour Butts? Write your own. Amanda Hug and Kiss. Let's do... Amanda Hug and Kisses. We'll do Amanda Hug and Kiss this time. Alright, finished. So my alias is Amanda Hug and Kiss. Sounds good. Alright, let's go. I think it's ASD. It's clearly SCI is what you want to. SSD, solid state drive. I think it's ASD advanced something drives. I think it's ASD advanced something drives. His work on advanced staple disks for LDOS is really amazing. Advanced what? Oh, I meant to say, Miss Hug and Kiss, it's okay to be a little nervous on your first day. No harm done. Right, I'm just nervous. My bad. Okay. Yeah, I know already knew that. Whom are you making introductions to anyway? Okay. Wait, you want me to make decisions? No, I'm not ready. I don't know what to do. What if I mess up? Wait, you want me to make decisions? You're the thief. Not me, I'm your boss. You got a lot of confidence in our tag team. I like that. Hey, yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and we'll go to the security office first and like all of this stuff we've skipped. Ask about fishing. Ask about model railroads. Ask about fishing. Fly fishing? Or regular type fishing? Or dynamite? Heh, my grandpappy finished with dynamite. Once nearly lost his leg. Different times back then, kid. But honestly, it's not about the fish. It's about the good life. You, a boat, some beers, peace and quiet. One less day with false alarms ringing in my ears all the time. False alarms. Alright, this is where we learned about the false alarms. We'll go to the rooftop. Let's see. You sure you want to do rooftop? What about the air vents? I'll just be quiet and let you work. Hey, don't be like that. I don't mind talking. I could disarm an alarm in my sleep. Chatting with you keeps me from being bored. I just want to be a nuisance. Sometimes I just want to stay quiet. That's fine, I understand. Just don't stay quiet for a good, okay? It's been so long, the two of us like this, that it'd be super weird to never hear from you again. I hope you understand, too. Alright. You're not weird, you're just different. Yeah, well, in the eyes of the general population, they're the same thing. We live in society, bottom text, yada yada. Being outcast is a sucky price to pay for being different, but that's okay. I'm free. As long as I live free, I'll be fine. Okay, what are we investigating next? One visit left. Break room is nowhere. Server farm isn't gonna help us. CEO's office. It's risky, but it's the most secure room in the building. But I'd hate to miss my chance to get a look at how it's locked down. Not hard to contrive a reason to drop in. Over here is someone delivering quarterly reports. Swipe the folder off their desk, walk it up. Okay. I can see the earmarks of no less than 3 layers of security here. Biometrics, pressure sensors, volumetric cameras. Odds are just as many, if not more, layers of invisible security systems exist beyond that. Throw him under the bus. Show some ambition. You were just following orders. Throw him under the bus. I'm going evil. Maybe I shouldn't speak out of turn. I mean, it's my first day here, and I don't want to rock any boats. I'm afraid I must insist, Miss Hug and Kiss. Well, I mean, he's likely under a lot of pressure and stress, so please keep that in mind. But before he gave me the papers to deliver, he told me he's not Lenny Legit's working errand boy. I see. How does she manage to be menacing without ever losing her smile? Thank you for your honesty, Miss Hug and Kiss. I'll handle the matter from here. Right, okay, I'll just be going. Miss Hug and Kiss? The report, please? Right, here you go. A close call, but I think I pulled it off without raising suspicion. Well, whatever, odds are it's an empty room and Leonard Legitimates is a ghost. Anyway, or an alien ghost. Moving on. Okay, we're just flying through this. Workday is winding down. Okay. What was the question? Cross my heart, hope to die, stick a needle in my eye. Double pinky promise? Do you even have pinkies to promise with? You're a disembodied voice in my head. But yeah, pinky promise, all that good stuff. Alright. Lots of super science around. Yeah, that tracks. You're what? That's not a thing. That can't be a thing. Alright, we did all of this. Evasion's the best beer. You want to risk encounters. Can you cut the alarms instead? Evasion's the best bet here. You don't want to risk any encounters. Yeah, if we can keep this clean, that'd be best. And good practice for when you gotta maintain a solid crime rating, right? Pretty sure my prospective clients won't want chaos, or they might. Supervillains can be weirdos. Okay. The thing. Use the thing. The electromagnetic, what's it? Trigger a dozen other alarms and use the chaos as a cover. We need to quite shy, quiet, just crack into the place like you normally would. Or which ones of these have I not done? The thing that used the line. Trigger a dozen other alarms. Yeah, I haven't done this one. Trigger a dozen other alarms and use the chaos as cover. Move fast. Gib, how can I make a lot of mayhem in a very short amount of time? What? I'ma spam this place with alarms and use it as cover to break in. They have to investigate every single false positive. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Penny, that's dangerous. It's a dangerous line of work, Fancy Feast, but it's the life we've chosen. Okay, I installed a back door while I was in the server, so I can trigger alarms all over the building. Lead them on a merry chase everywhere, except here. How long do you need to break this door? don't know, 2 minutes minimum? Get started. Gib ducks back into my backpack, firing up his cybernetic implants. I approach the doom door and begin tinkering with access systems. Immediately, alarms start going off, both from the door and all over the building. Zone 7A, Zone 3C, Zone 12Q. The heck is going on? Yes, I know these are probably false positives. Check them anyway. Split up. Override keypad, reroute signal from face scanner, reprogram the scanner. I may be terrible at computers, but these specialized security gadgets, I've been beating them all my life. No, the main gate is not open. It's a ghost alarm. Start heading up to the top floor. Penny, hurry! I'm in. We're moving. Okay. Alright. It's going to be hard for him working me now, but you're ready. You always have a choice, Penny. Maybe there's something out there for you beyond the possibilities you know. It's going to be hard work from here on out, but you're ready. Exactly. I've had a bad run of it, trying to fly solo, but with Crimer I can support other masks, and they'll support me in turn. Who says the bad guys can't work together? You and I work together, and we work pretty well, despite you being a mysterious head voice. Spoilers, Penny, I can't tell exactly what's coming. Absolutely, I've seen so many paths already. You've helped so many people. I can't face for sure because even I don't know. I'm sorry. Oh, what do I say? Spoilers, Penny. Absolutely, I've seen so many paths already. You've helped so many people. I've helped people? Other than myself? I'm not a hero. I'm lost. All I have is this. But you know me better than I know myself because you've known so many of me. And you know this guy's Carl. We have to calm him down, tell him the truth. Can you take him out? Can you take him out without hurting him? He looks fragile. We don't want a body count. I can try. Okay, make this quick and clean and don't hurt him too much. Poor B. I shift my shoulders slightly, a silent signal to the furball in my backpack. He knows the score. Hey, I want you to know this isn't personal, okay? Don't you forking move. But I don't have to move. Gibson does the moving, sneaking a smoke bomb out from my pack and dropping it behind me. What the? He coughs, the sudden flashbang and cloud of smoke disorienting him, while I slip in to make my move. And with one sweep to the legs, I take Carl down. Yes! Evil route. Evil route. There's a gross crunching sound. Shirt, I really hope he didn't break a hip. And he drops. I kick the gun away kick the gun away after he hits the floor. Sorry, dude. No way around it. This is definitely faster. But as I'm busting out some zip ties to immobilize him, he clutches at his chest. My heart! Oh, you have to be forking kidding me. Fancy Feast, contact security, tell him he's down and having a heart attack. On it! Meanwhile, I gotta get out of here, fast as possible. I kick off several alarms on my way out the door, up to the rooftop. No doubt the whole hornet's nest of guards are on my tail. But any caper you get away from alive is a good caper. And I'm still alive, when I slide down the rope and to the ground below. That was a bit messier, and in some ways cleaner. Some touch and go moments, but we did it. We've got Crimer app access. Sure, let's save the game. Alright, that intro was super fast. That's the flimsiest disguise I've ever seen. She works for LBC. Maybe I said that. Don't you recognize her? The internship director. It's her, Lenny's personal secretary. I don't remember. Flimsiest disguise I've ever seen. What? I've never seen this person before. What are you talking about? It's literally the same woman as before. How are you not seeing this? I recognize her just fine. Don't know what to tell you. Okay. What sort of capers does he want us to pull? He's clearly a talented doctor. Why the heck is he playing being a man? Is a hot dog a sandwich? In your professional opinion, is a hot dog a sandwich? We only have a few minutes to establish a working relationship, and this is how you want to spend that time? Hey, I'm serious. Surely you can solve this conundrum. Fine. If you map bread to the sides of a cube, you can categorize everything as a pie, a taco, or a sandwich. A hot dog maps to the 3 continuous sides. In essence, it's more of a taco than a sandwich, and... Okay, I'm just messing with ya. Man, you gotta relax. I get that you've got this edgy anti-hero thing going, but come on. I expect him to get annoyed at me over that gag, but he sighs. I'm trying. Believe me, I've had a hard time finding my way in this scene. I know I take shirk too seriously. Overall, I'm a no-fun workaholic. But I'll try not to be the most annoying boss you've ever worked for. I can loosen up, okay? Sounds good. While I've got you here, Penny, can I ask you a question? Sure. Why are you a criminal? Okay, here we go. Well, wealth and power in Master Edition and surgery for Gibson. Villain just a label in the end. Wealth and power in Master Edition and surgery for Gibson. I mean, duh, money and power and all that good stuff. Every mask is running down a dream. You've got debts, you know how it is. Gotta get yours while the getting's good. Plus, I've got a partner back home who really needs expensive medical procedures. You have a partner already? You're not single? Oh, I love how he's asking. Oh, I mean Gibson. He's a cybernetically enhanced cat, but his implants are constantly malfunctioning. I see. Sadly, I specialize in human medicine, but I know a few trustworthy mask cyberneticists. Maybe I'll make some calls and get them in touch with you. Even when I'm not actually, like, flirting with him, he's just so nice to us. That'd help a lot. Thanks, Isaac. I'm good with being called Mayhem, too. Mask names, right? And the bell rings. I like him. You deserve to go. I'm not a fan of his anger management issues. He's bitter and prone to outbursts. He's pretty handsome. Do you think he's single? I'm not a fan of his anger management issues. He's bitter and prone to outbursts. Yeah, dude's got some pent-up rage that I'm not a huge fan of. If he turns out to be a typical nice guy who's gonna turn on me, well, fork that. Maybe I'll skip working with him. We'll see. On to the next table. Here we go. Hubba. Unknowable secrets? I like unknowable secrets. Let's find out what hers is. So, what is it? The unknowable secret of the Sanguinimamicon? Come on, you can tell me. Afraid I cannot. It's unknowable, you see, meaning I don't know it myself. But you're the keeper of the unknowable secret. It's an honorary title, unfortunately. Only I may read the Sanguinomicon, so I get the job descriptor, much like many of my titles. The seventh child of seventh child, handpicked by the previous keeper. It's the way things are. Honestly, I don't care what the secret is. As long as it doesn't bother me, I won't bother it. You don't seem super into being the Overmistress of Cult. Leverage, knowledge, and power. The tools to stay afloat. Money, adventure, and darn good. An invitation to one of those orgies she mentioned would be kind of awesome. Masked orgies, huh? Got any specifics on that? How many participants? And do you have room for one more? Working for her should be fun. I say we go for it. The many-faceted one is probably a scam. Still not super jazzed about the world-eating monster cult. Sexually open and confident woman with the world at her beautiful fingertips. That's appealing, isn't it? Absolutely. Ridiculously hot boss lady with big dummy mommy energy. Heck yeah. And clearly she's down to clown, so let's get in there while the getting's good. What's their motivation? I mean, there are levels of domination over mankind. Maybe they could be a benevolent overlord. Clear this machine's overachieving, but maybe you can leverage that for your own gain, right? What's their motivation? Here. I mean, there are levels of domination over mankind. Maybe they could be a benevolent overlord. Have you considered maybe shifting your focus from subjugation to, like, leadership? I mean, humanity's pretty forked up, okay? But maybe you could direct our efforts constructively. Yes, be constructive, construct a vast tomb, to enshrine the corpses of all mankind. No, I mean like help with environmental policy and economic inequality. Ah, trivial matters. But this would be better received than omnicide? Pretty sure, yeah. I shall consider it, but the extermination of all human life is still very tempting. Don't think I'm going to get to the heart of the problem in the time span of its speed date. Perhaps I could better understand your desire to remain unexterminated by acquiring more data. Social equalities. Okay, we're willing to believe lies over truth because they feel more comfortable. The whole planet is headed to disaster. No one individual can stop it. I mean, sure, I've inherited a dying world, haven't I? Past generations pushed the problems onto their kids and onto their kids' kids. The bill's coming due. That's on all of them. All of us. We're all to blame. A burning world that would die with or without my helping hand. Yes, I understand all too well. Humanity's failings drive me to despair, and the only solution I have calculated involves nuclear weapons. That one's that's one confused computer. Maybe we should work with them so we can guide them down a new path. Work with the blatantly evil murder machine? Heck no. Or this one. That's one confused computer. Maybe we could work with them so we can guide them down a new path. Yeah, I think something's going on inside all those circuits. When I tried to walk away, they sounded so sad and desperate. And maybe it's my own duty to humanity to point the death calculator at something else less murdery. Looks like the speed date app is winding down. The matchmaker steps up to address the crowd. Alright, it's very, very easy peasy. Alright, I think we're getting to the new stuff really soon. Alright, let's get to the new stuff. Nice. We're going Overmistress, baby. Alright, the art of the steal. The biggest hat. Candy from a baby, which we've already done. We can't do this, we can't do this. Lock and key. Valid safety deposit box. I think this is the third one that we haven't done. We've done this one, we've done this one. Yeah. So the ones that we haven't done are Art of the Steal, The Biggest Hat, and Lock and Key. With a high society art auction by Wits and Deception. That sounds fun. Steal a fascist dictator's hat of executive power. Meh. Lock and Key, obtain valuable secrets from a bank safety deposit box. I feel like that would be a good one to end with. Let's start with the Art of the Steal, because I like art, and I like auctions, and I like wits and deception. This sounds like a fun one. Of the three, this is the one I'm most interested in. So let's do the Art of the Steal. After accepting the job in Crimer, I sit around waiting for an address or something to hit my inbox. And what should pull up outside this collapsing abandoned building I call home but a gosh darn limousine? Followed by a simple, "Your ride is here" message in my Crimer inbox? Well, okay. Riding in style or being driven off to be executed, but you gotta have a little faith to get anywhere, right? Sounds good to me. Ooh, this is... Between the two other characters' hideouts, I really dig Overmistresses. Oh man. And I like how there's like a mind flayer. There's an Illithid. I'm wondering if she hobnobs with Astarion. I would love for her. She and Astarion would totally get along, and this was totally Astarion's vibe. Astarion's vibe. It takes almost an hour for the limo. An hour? Really? It takes almost an hour for the limo to reach what I can only assume is cult headquarters, an ancient mansion overlooking the sea. My character can definitely get used to this cushy stuff. I'm led to a sitting parlor by those creepy, mumble-mouthed, robed cultists, and left waiting, with them looming over me for a good 15 minutes before the lady of the house arrives. Yes, I can see that. You may go, Third Blood Omen. I would speak with Miss Larceny alone. She's in my personal employ, and thus my business alone. I'll not hear any further debate on this subject. Now be gone. With the cultist departing, the Overmistress heaves a sigh of relief. Such a bother. My apologies for my late arrival, Miss Larceny. I was busy with paperwork for an upcoming charity event gala. You throw charity balls? The Doomsday Cult is in the charity game? The powerfully wealthy elite of this world always indulge heavily in philanthropy. It provides a smokescreen of credibility. Besides, the galas really are quite enjoyable. Fine music, fine wine, fine company, various side benefits. I definitely could get used to this. Although arranging them requires endless boring conversations with world leaders and corporate busybodies, culminating in being late to this meeting, so my apologies again. Don't you have 11 billion minions to do that sort of mundane work for you? I was figuring an Overmistress would spend her time entirely on pleasure and amusement, not policy and procedures. Oh, if only. Would that I could spend all my hours playing violin and reading literature. How cultured she is. Alas, my duties as Overmistress demand I handle various protocols and rituals myself. And last time I tasked the minion to handle such matters, somehow our charity gala ended up becoming a blood choir. What's a blood choir? Think of it as karaoke night, but with more knife play. To tell the truth, I was thankful for the inevitable heroic interruption which halted at that particular event before things got truly messy. Even if the public relations cleanup efforts afterwards took longer than it would have taken me to arrange the event myself. I doubt I'll have such issues with you. I'm looking forward to working with someone outside the cult for a change. Huh, is she hoping you'll be super clean and precise? Because, like, you and I both know that's not always possible. Yeah, we should warn her that sometimes shit hits the fan when we're on a job. Play along and agree. We need this job and don't want to annoy the leader of a doom cult. I'm thinking she'd be happy for just a bit less knifey than her usual assistants. I'm thinking she'd be happy if we were just a bit less knifey than her usual assistants. Let's see, because she said I'm looking for someone outside the cult for a change. I'm thinking she'd be happy if we were just a bit less knifey than her usual assistants. So, no murder sprees. Got it. Darn! My evilness is not able to come out. Precisely. I'm glad you understand. I do not demand perfection, and honestly, the thrill of the steal is rather exciting. I want you to enjoy the mayhem. I desperately need adventure. I definitely enjoyed the mayhem my last playthrough. I desperately need adventure in my life, Miss Larceny, and through you, I hope to experience some by proxy. Yeah, this line of work can get pretty wild. If that's the kind of good time you want, well, I'm your gal. Excellent. I'd love to join you out in the field, experiencing all the thrill and danger myself. Alas, the cult would not stand for any threats to my safety, thus I must remain behind and only imagine the fun. Don't worry, Gibson's got a good comm system. You'll be linked in with me during the job. Oh, Gibson's the talking cat I mentioned in my Crimer profile. He's an ultra hacker. I think you'll like him. Splendid! And upon your successful return from these capers, we can celebrate. Wouldn't that be pleasant? Let's make sure she meant sexy, celebrate, and not stabby celebrate. Well, she did mention orgies before. Sounds like you're headed for a good time. Well, she did mention orgies before. Sounds like you're headed for a good time. Oh, heck yeah. Bring on the orgies. Spank me and make me write bad checks, my overmistress. I like your enthusiasm, but you can always come back out if you're not feeling it, of course. You can always back out if you're not feeling it, of course. Consent is absolutely critical, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. The safe word is thaggin. What? Sorry, common word in the blood tongue. We can pick something else, but that's for later. I had the blood tongue once, but some antibiotics cleared it right up. That interpretation is somehow both completely wrong and also eerily accurate. So I take it the many-faceted one is totally down with all this hanky-panky? Who's to say? It hasn't spoken to anyone in 1,000 years, but tradition dictates acts of human decadence in its name. The Sanguinomicon is filled with various rituals to embolden the tantric aspect of deepest shadow, or as we call it, Thursday. I love it. Followed by the deep shampooing of the carpets, which actually I just did in real life. I'm about to start a new job, and during the break in between, I'm like, you know what? It's a pain in the butt to shampoo carpets because it takes a lot of time and you have to wait for everything to dry. But I really, really love clean, freshly shampooed carpets. So I did that today. What a coinky dink. And it's not even Friday. Or as we call it here, shampooing of the carpets, or should we call it here, Friday? Oh, that makes it sound kind of boring, actually. No, it's not that boring. It's Friday, gotta shampoo on Friday. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I do enjoy decadence, don't get me wrong. I was raised to be accustomed to opulent luxury. But truthfully, I'm looking forward to our work together more than yet another hedonistic social gala. Perhaps the reward afterwards will feel all the sweeter for it. Pretty forking sweet indeed. I'm not particularly blue with my language much of the time, but pretty forking sweet, yes. Well, now that we know where we both stand, shall we discuss matters of crime? Ready to rock, my overmistress. Ooh, let the games begin.